Hello, this is Mark here, your executive coach and trainer from Leader House. Well, Happy New Year to you all, and I hope you've had a fantastic evening and you've started the year already with some intention about what you're going to be doing. Why I'm actually doing this video in this direction today, I don't normally face this wall, is because I wanted to share with you what's behind me, and more specifically what's behind me on this little side here. So that wall represents what I consider to be the outcomes that I value, and they're outcomes which reflect different parts of my life. The bottom part is just a couple of they're actually my goals for the year and the monthly tasks that I've got to do to achieve them. You then have the picture of my sister giving me the 3-finger salute and my dad over there. Now those are there because those two people have a large significance for me. They passed away a few years ago, and I value a lot of the certain elements of the character of both my dad and my sister. My sister was the artistic boundary pusher of the family, and I value in her the sense of not accepting the norm as being the way to go. There's a balance to that sentence, to that statement, to that behaviour, but I think you've always got to be testing and making sure that you don't just agree that the norm is the way I want to be. And my dad, I value him in that picture. I don't know if you can see clearly, but it's a black and white one. It's him holding his certificate, and that was him graduating as a doctor. Why that's so significant is because my dad was raised in a war-torn country, and that relates back to our Palestinian blood. So at the age of 13, my father was basically, and his entire family were kicked out of their home and created, they were made, they had a refugee status, okay? And despite the poverty that led to, whereas they were wealthy farmers, they became poor overnight. What that led to was my dad having to work and pay for his entire education, and he did that from the age of 13 all the way through to university. Did that, graduated as a doctor, became a great doctor, a much-loved man, and he raised us, myself, four siblings, in a life of abundance and education. He gave us everything we needed to do, including migrating to this country so we could have a successful life. Him and obviously my mother by his side. So that's why I value both of them, and that's why they're there. And the other elements of what's on that wall behind me that represents the ideal outcomes for me and what I value in my life, there's a picture there of myself and my family enjoying a holiday together. Then there's pictures of a place that I want to go to. There's Machu Picchu there, which is a trek that I want to go to in Peru. There's an image of myself and my two very close friends, and I value those two friendships. And further up, there's a picture of myself and my band, and that represents for me that creative side, that creative outlet that I always nurture year in and year out, and I love being with a band. And right at the top there, or almost at the top, is the yacht, and that's the big ticket outcome that would represent the financial success of the hard work and effort that I put in. But of course, all the other elements there are even more important. But hey, if you do the hard work, you want to have that outcome of the financial success. And the crown on top of all that is a saying that I value, and I hope you can see that. And what it does say is, what you think you create, what you feel you attract, and what you imagine will be. That's the simple 3 elements of what we do. We think, we feel, we imagine. And that's what causes the reality of our life. So what I'm talking about today is that wall. It represents how I visualize and how I create my ideal outcomes for the year. Why is that significant? It's New Year's. Everybody's talking resolutions. Resolutions are good. However, resolutions need something deeper, and that's outcomes. Because most people write their resolutions. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to train more. I'm going to work harder. Great resolutions. But what outcome will you achieve because of that? Even more importantly, what's the target? What's my goal? What's my target? What am I aiming at? Well, this year I am going to be X amount of kilograms, or this year I'm going to earn X amount of dollars. That's the target. But again, what's more important than that? The outcome. This year I will earn $300,000, but the outcome will be that I will enjoy a wonderful time holidaying with my family, or I will enjoy spending more time in community activity. And you visualize that. That's the ticket. That's what we need to be doing to achieve the lifestyle that we desire, the life that we desire, the relationships that we desire, the business that we desire. It all has to come from us understanding the outcomes we want to achieve. And that's what my smaller, that sheet there, it's the breakdown, right? Because first you set the outcomes. Under there, you have the targets, and under there, you've got the tasks, the breakdown of how you're going to achieve it. And that's much more powerful than just setting goals or just setting resolutions. And when you have those outcomes, visualize them daily. Use affirmations and visualizing those outcomes daily. And that's how you're going to achieve the lifestyle that you desire. Okay, guys, I wanted to share that with you. I hope that you've got goals, resolutions, and outcomes that are clear. Please share with me the outcomes that you want to achieve this year. And share that whether you want to private message me or just as a comment underneath this video. I'd love to know what your outcomes are. And let's work on making sure that that outcome is actually going to be the right way that you communicate to your subconscious mind to get it. Now, through the coaching programs we do, we build specific techniques and systems to create a pattern of subconscious behavior and conscious behavior to make those outcomes become reality. Yeah, what you imagine will be. All right, I hope you got some value out of that. Have a fantastic, all the best for 2020. May it be a year filled with health, happiness, wealth, abundance, joy, and love for you and your family. Thanks for listening. Mark from Leader House, your executive coach and trainer.